Tic-tac-toe, 5 in a row. The Houston Astros complete the sweep of the young and upcoming Baltimore Orioles at Minute Maid Park like everyone thought. Well, this gentleman did in this seat next to me. Producer Josh from behind the camera to on the camera. B-Dog is still coaching his World Series for his Banditos team. So Josh is in chair one, and he's going to be a well-fed man. For winning the burger bet. Call me a stimulus check because I'm just providing every freaking meal.
Yeah, I gotta think of a new bet to make.
And the Astros have won 5 of 6 series in June, and one series they gave away. And just like you thought, a sweep with Baltimore Orioles because you limped to back home after beating the White Sox 2-3, and everyone thought
should have swept that series.
Yeah, and so here you are sitting June 24th in a not dead spot. I think you could circle this weekend as we say it every episode. The next series is the biggest series, but that was the biggest series because simultaneously you had the Mariners going down to Miami playing a beat up Marlins team who took 2 of 3.
Yeah.
And then you sweep, and I was like
it could have been a complete opposite.
And you'd be right back up the hill. And here we are.
Yeah. 2 games under 500, 6 games out of the West.
It's a good spot to be with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Not ideal spot, but a good spot for
looking. If you told us we'd be here at the beginning of the season, you'd be disappointed.
100%.
But if I told you
you have $175 million on the IL.
well, yeah. If I told you 2-3 weeks ago we'd be in this position right now, you'd take it.
You have a country's GDP just on the IL.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you take it. And from here on out, it's about stacking series. And you have a chance to, and we'll dive into the Baltimore series, but you take care of business at home against the Rockies, which kind of full circle because when you played the Rockies last time in Mexico, that was kind of like, okay, the season starts. We got to go now.
Yeah.
And then you have the Mets, who obviously they have Grimace on their side, but they're still the Mets. If you can somehow take these next 2 series and take literally 5, that's 6, 7, 8 of 9 series in the month of June, huge.
Oh, giant. Huge. You're above 500. You're hopefully within reach.
And you could just go because a 10-game deficit turned into a 6-game deficit now.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the Astros are finding their stride. They call up Joey Lopes, who is an injection of youth. You had Jake Bloss pitch his damn ass off before he went out for an injury, and we'll touch on game 1. But this team we saw this weekend, I don't know. I got so many texts. I don't know what you did. Like, who is this team?
Yeah.
And it is a fair statement.
Where have they been?
Exactly. It's a fair statement, but this is the team we all expected coming out of spring training. This is the team we expected last year against the Rangers. This is the team we've expected since the parade on Louisiana Street.
They have that fire that they've been missing. And I don't know if it's specifically Joey Loperfido or coming back home or that combination of a bunch of different things. But
winning at home, what a thought.
Yeah, it just feels like
there was just a different team.
There was just a vibe.
A different energy,
as soon as that
vibe.
game started, game 1, the vibes were just immaculate. The offense seemed to be clicking. They seemed to have, like, fire. Joey made that catch in the top of the first that, I mean, maybe that was what ignited it. I mean, you could point to a couple different things.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that stood out to me, and Jake Bloss goes from Double-A to the majors to get a start. Last person to do that was Lance McCullers. Kind of different situations. Lance was, he was drafted in that compensation round. We knew he was a prep star pitcher.
It wasn't
ascending
the year after Lance was drafted, was it?
No.
It was he had some more time.
But Jake Bloss is making the leap. Like, he was in last year's draft class, like Paul Skeens. Like, he's not obviously a Paul Skeens, but that's a huge jump. He was just in taking Eco 101 a year ago.
Yeah.
At Georgetown. So he makes the jump, pitched great. I know we made the comps to Jose Acuity, but his stuff is there, filled up the zone.
Yeah, he was doing a very solid job.
I think someone in my mentions, because I had asked for someone to do the math on it. I think they said the average was 87.5 miles an hour on the exit velocity of the balls he was put in play against, which is not a soft contact.
Yeah.
I think he had one ball over 100, a lot of soft contact. It started off with a broken bat Gunnar Henderson hit, and then a duck fart Adley Rutschman hit, and then you were just like, here we go. Like a rookie pitcher, like not getting soft contact, you know, facing this vaunted young Orioles offense that are, and obviously they have some veterans in there that are very good as well. And he just pitches out of it. And you had Joey Luperfido making plays out there and left. You had Cabbage out and right making some plays. And you just kind of had guys kind of flying around for the first time. It almost seemed like a switch was like, okay, because in my mind it's been a very lax, like, spring training feel. Like we're gonna show up, and we're gonna win.
No, yeah.
Friday was like, let's fucking go, boys. Like let's full send it.
That's been the team for a while though. It's like as soon as their back gets against the wall, the real team shows up. The real Slim Shady stands up, and we know who they are. And it feels like that's all they need. They just need some sort of fire under their asses, and that's usually when they turn it into gear. That game one, probably the most impressive hitting display I've seen them since, I don't know,
since the last time they played Baltimore in 2022.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, like
19?
a regular season game last year. Like it's been a while since we've seen all series. That series, great at bats, stringing hits together, getting it to the next guy, and then that one
big inning
hit. It's like because this season they've had a lot of, you get one guy on, you get a second guy, and you get first and second or first and third, and then you flop.
Yeah.
Or you get a solo home run, and that's all you get. Or you load the bases, and you get one. Like it's like they've been right there. They've been almost, tipping the scales. And then this weekend, they finally just blew it way open.
In an overs betters paradise, the Astros scored 14 runs on 14 hits, cruising along with a 9 spot in the 6th, and then the 8th inning happened. But before we jump into the 8th, which I was a little worried, but if the game goes an inning longer, I'm definitely terrified. But they did the damage this weekend against a team that people would probably pencil in as a favorite to be in the ALCS.
Yeah.
Against two of their top arms in Grayson Rodriguez and Corbin Burns. And this is the first time in a long time where they were generating runs, one, but two, like you said, they were getting it to the next guy. And stretching singles into doubles, getting the big inning. And it started with Jake Meyers' tank. Jake Meyers steps on one, starts the 9-inning barrage. Obviously, it got a little sweaty at the end, but up to that point, this was an ass whooping of ass whoopings. Yes, the final score is 14-11, but Altuve with 3 knocks, Bregman with 2 knocks. We won a game with 14 runs where Jordan went 0 for. Diaz with a knock, Myers with the home run, Singleton with 2 knocks. Silent. I mean, I don't even recall he had 2 for 5 tonight, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, solid line. Dubon with 2 knocks, Loperfido with 3 knocks, and so when you have that bottom half of the lineup churning the lineup over for Breggy, who's been on fire for the month of June, Altuve who's finding his groove again, and Jordan, when that bottom half is turning it over, good things are going to happen. And so, obviously, we could talk about the 8th inning. The Astros score 9 in the 6th, give up 7 in the 8th. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat. Gunnar Henderson's just a dude, and you're pitching your other half of your guys to get run.
Yeah, and people were kind of upset at Joe, but it's like you want him to put in Abreu in a 14-5 game.
You want to burn Seth Martinez. You want to burn Taylor Scott.
He put in exactly the guys that you would want and expect him to put in. Unfortunately, the Orioles weren't slouching. They weren't giving up. They weren't rolling over at bats. So you were throwing a rookie guy or a not as proven guy against still the vaunted Oilers lineup, and they did what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, you won a game where your rookie starting pitcher went 3 2/3 left with an injury. Your doppelganger went 2 1/3. Great,
out.
great. He's been pitching
Without
his tail
him,
off.
that game might have been different.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nick Hernandez got touched up. Montero got touched up. And then, you know what? Taylor Scott and Brian Abreu did what they did. That game got tight. This team we seen could have easily folded. And it would have been the worst loss of the season.
If
the
they
season
blew that
would be
game,
over.
It would be, that'd be very bad.
Taylor Scott comes in, shuts the door. Brian Abreu, no sweat in the ninth, shuts the door. So, almost them getting up, I like that because it was like, hey, like obviously not blowing a 14-1 lead like that. Obviously, it's not good. But getting Taylor Scott up and getting that fireman job and putting it out, and then Brian Abreu locking the door down in a game where Presley, Hader, and Abreu were down.
Yeah, they got the last 2 games in a row.
So that was huge. You shift into and winning that game just felt like Ocean's 11. You just stole stole.
When I made my prediction of it,
actually, tell everyone if they haven't seen it now. The clips.
Well, I'll throw the clip right now.
I'm gonna say this right now. If they win tonight, they sweep the series.
Shut up, dude. Why would you even say that, dude?
Just saying if.
Okay, how about this? Astros sweep. I'll take you to Big City Wings on burger. We'll go get burgers.
Burger Wednesday?
Burger Wednesday.
Burger Wednesday.
But what I said was, if they win that first game, that's when I felt they could sweep.
Yeah.
But I was like, they have to. Well, obviously, to sweep, you have to. But just that first game was so important because you had Jake Bloss going against. Who did he go against? Grayson. Yeah, I mean, that on paper, they should not have won that game. But once you take that game, then you have Blanco versus Burns, which I knew was going to be a tough matchup, but I believed in Blanco. And then I was like, from there, you have Framber. Like, I just felt like they had a chance. And you're absolutely right. That first game just felt like a shot of adrenaline that I think made the team believe, like, okay, we're like,
still who we thought we were.
Yeah, I know, like, we know in the back of our mind, like, we're this great Astros team, and we've done this great stuff, and we still have this roster full of studs. But to be reminded of that is huge.
That greatness is still there, yeah.
Yeah.
And it turned out, I mean, Saturday was the Astros win 5-1. The score looks way prettier than it was, but you had Corbin Burns, who the Orioles go out and get, against Ronald Blanco, who was converted into a starter and literally should be your American League All-Star game starter because he's 8-2 on the year, outduels Corbin Burns. They have identical ERAs. Blanco has a better record. But and once again, I'm guilty. I thought this was a start where the shoe was going to drop with Ronald Blanco. I was like, this young, especially with the Orioles fighting back the way they did. I think Adley had 5 hits.
Well, especially
Gunnar had the 2 home runs.
The tough lefties.
Yeah. Santander had a tank off Montero. Like, I was like, oh my God, they're either going to hunt the changeup or spin on the changeup. That was my mindset going in. They're going to make him a 2-pitch pitcher.
How good is that? That changeup must look just crazy from the batter's box. If I saw that changeup, I would probably fall down.
Oh yeah, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Keuchel's Cy Young year, where he always just got an umpire where and Blanco's a way different pitcher than Keuchel. But Keuchel that year of the Cy Young, he was getting those umpires that were giving him the edges.
Yeah. And
he was like, okay, I got an inch and a half on that. Okay, I'm just gonna pepper that. And the changeup with Blanco on Saturday, I think it was the Gunnar Henderson at bat. The first fastball he threw of the game was 97 below the zone, called for a strike. And Gunnar looks at the umpire. The next pitch was a changeup right on that spot for strike 2. And Gunnar was like, you can just tell. I was like, oh shit, okay,
it's gonna be a game.
This is gonna be if you give Blanco that much, like he can run with it, and he just goes in, does a staff ace start where 7 innings, scatters 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 4 punch outs. And
I mean, speaking of Keuchel, do you remember what opposing player was it that was like he said in a press conference or in like a interview, he basically said like we should be able to hit this guy. Like this guy's throwing soft like bullshit. Like why can't he basically was like why aren't we should be able to crush him?
Yeah.
And he's like we didn't or we can't. I don't remember who it was, but it was just it was a statement that like made you think, oh, Keuchel really has it this year. If players are like, I don't know why I didn't hit that.
Yeah.
And that feels like Blanco this year, like you're saying, like his stuff is right there. I don't think it's anything. I don't think he's coming up there. It's not like he has 6 pitches where he's surprising you what he's throwing. He's going to throw you the fastball or the changeup 85% of the time, and he's still getting guys.
And it's not like 19 Cole and 19 Verlin. They're like, here's my fuck you fastball, and here's my elite off speed.
Yeah.
But it kind of is 19 Verlin or 19 Cole
Yeah.
when he's just like, here's my stuff. You're not going to hit it.
Yeah.
And if you do, I have someone ready. Like, we are positioned so perfectly that if you do make contact, okay, we got you out.
Yeah.
And if you're going to get me, it's going to be a solo shot. And I think Westberg got him. And
Let's say shout out to Jordan Westberg. Both games, he was their entire offense.
yeah. And a start where it Burns versus Blanco. Blanco outduels him. The offense puts 4 on Burns. And Yordan Alvarez just continues to do crazy things and shows crazy pop. Because I think if you go ask Corbin Burns, hey, did you execute that pitch? He'd be like 100%.
Yeah, it was below the zone.
And Yordan
Took it
Alvarez
dead
just
center.
to the Woodlands hits a tank. Just another at bat where I'm just like, wow.
The sound off the bat was crazy.
Chaz McCormick, welcome,
Chazzy looking back. Yeah.
Welcome to 2024, Chazzy. 3 for 3 day, couple of tanks, backside tank where that's when you know he's
that was
locked
good
in.
to see.
Yeah. And all in all, just a very workman-like game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, staff ace isn't going to go out there, give me 7. Presley's going to hold the 8th, and Hader's going to close the 9th. And all of a sudden, you win a series, and you had the Baltimore Orioles on Saturday just probably saying, oh, shit.
Oh, they got sucker punched.
Yeah.
They were not. I don't think they were expecting that at all.
Especially coming off the Yankee series where they just mollywopped them.
Yeah.
So I think it shows how good this team can be, and I think this shows to everyone in the American League, like that Houston Invitational may be intact still because this team's starting to turn it on, and it very much reminds me of the meme, the video game meme where they sit up.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But completing the sweep, you had Framber Valdez with the dreads, and I guess he's going to keep it for the rest of the year because he looked like 2022 Framber Valdez.
In the home whites.
In the home whites? An 8-1 win. I mean, that's 27 runs you put up on the Orioles this weekend. And honestly, if it wasn't for that big inning, you would have held them to almost 3 to 5 runs on the weekend. If you obviously you're getting guys some run in that blowout, but what a big series! Just absolute big series where Framber Valdez shows that he could still be a top end guy. He went 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 6 hits, 1 earned, and I think this is one of the starts over the last month and a half where when he did go deep, he actually stacked strikeouts.
Yeah.
Because it's been 6 innings, 1 strikeout, 7 innings, 2 strikeouts,
He's not
59
missing
pitches and out of the game by the 4th.
Yeah, he's not missing bats as much, but he's getting those double plays that he needs. No, this was a pretty much dominant start. He gave up 1 solo home run again to Jordan Westberg. But outside of that, he looked great.
Yeah.
Looking at the offense, though, I was looking at the schedule. The last time the Astros scored more than 5 runs was June 7th. They've been scoring, even in their wins, they've only been scoring 3, 4. They only scored 5 runs once in a win since June 7th. and then they come out against Baltimore, 14, 5, and 8. I mean, that's
works.
what you want to see from your offense.
So one of the big things, 15 hits, 8 runs on Sunday. Another kind of get him over, get him in, workman type at bats. Altuve has 2 knocks. Breggy has 4 knocks. Diaz with 3. Pena with 3. Lopes with 1. Salazar. And I want to talk about Salazar. He should be up for the rest of the year because the way he works back behind the plate
Yeah.
defensively, I don't want to say special. That's a big label. He looks really comfortable
He does.
working behind the plate.
He does not look like a guy who's only played under 15 games in his big league career.
And it's a small sample size, but he looks so prepared for the moment. He looks so prepared for every in-game variable, or if something goes against the game plan, he's very quick to adjust to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very fair statement to say, and I think it's also a statement that's not – I don't have that with Diaz at some games. There's some games with Diaz where I feel like he's so late to get off the game plan, to adjust to something happening in a game, like if they're hitting 2 or 3 curveballs off Framber and the game plan is, hey, we're sinker curveball today, he stays with the curveball.
Yeah, he's still.
Where Salazar was back there, he was like, okay, ooh, that was a really good swing on that curveball. Yeah, it was foul. I'm not throwing that again right now to this guy.
He has that feel.
Yes. And it's something that is a very small sample size and we'll see more, but I feel comfortable when he's behind the plate. And he just doesn't look like the moment's too big for him either.
Well, at the plate either. I mean, he's coming out first pitch swinging, hitting RBI singles. Like you expect this is a guy up from AAA. He's young. He's not like a big hulking guy that looks like he's going to hit 450 feet. He comes to the bat, all the confidence in the world, just jumps on a pitcher throws him a, get me over fastball, and he's just like, nope.
Yep.
Serve it right in there. We get an RBI single. I've liked everything I've seen from him. So the question is, when Caratini's back, you're saying we keep him on third catcher.
You have to carry 3 catchers.
Yeah. I think I agree.
It allows you to deploy Carantini, and it looks like he's out 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, he really.
And I said that I said on the pod on Friday that I was like, he's probably going to the IL, but I didn't expect 3 to 4 weeks.
So what do they call it?
Left hip flexor strain. So I guess it was just such a weird.
I get that. I'm turning 31 tomorrow. I get that.
By the time you guys are watching this, tell producer Josh happy birthday.
How old is Caratini? He's got to be older than me, right? Please, please. He looks like he's like 33 at least.
This is a tough look for you, dude. He's 30. August 17th, 1993.
I get it, Victor. I get it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's a tough look for you, dude. I usually just don't talk about that now because I don't want to be let down like you just were.
Yeah. That's fine.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And also, obviously, when Bregman goes 4 for 4, Altuve lead off first pitch game bomb, 2 for 5 day.
I mean, if Altuve's back, Chaz is back, Bragy's back, if all these guys are back on a hot streak at the same time, and then Tucker comes back in like a week or so, I mean, I
think Tuck's out to All-Star break.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, the way Dana was talking about it, he just was saying it, kept saying there's no fracture. It's just a deep bone bruise.
I don't know. I think he's out to All-Star break, which is fine. It's fine. They're winning.
I mean, as long as they keep winning, I just want him to play in the All-Star game, man. I want him to get as many All-Star games in his career as he can.
And, yeah, I agree. You won 2 games this weekend where you had 15 hits, and then Friday, I forgot already, you had 17 hits. Was it 14 hits?
Friday?
Yeah.
It was 15, I think. 18. No, 14.
14 hits.
The Orioles had 18 hits.
14 hits on Friday. 15 hits on Sunday. Not good at math. That's 29 hits.
Yeah.
Yordan Alvarez had 0.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's a good thing.
And you got intentional walked
Yeah.
in there.
Positive regression to the mean. I believe that's what the smart people say. You have Altuve, who started off hot, cold, getting hot. Bregman started ice cold, scorching hot. Alvarez started hot, cold, percolating.
Yeah,
Percolating.
He's in there. He's in there.
Diaz, hot, cold, warming up.
Yeah.
Got his OPS back over 700. Pena, hot, cold,
Yeah, he's really cold right now.
but
Yes, but
3
this
hit night.
weekend, yeah.
stack some games. Dubon is just going to – I said this in the group message.
Steady
If-
as she goes.
If Mauricio Dubon was played in the 80s, 70s or 80s, there would be elementary schools named after this guy.
For
like,
sure.
Like he's in the wrong era. But
Yeah.
he just stacks good day after good day after good day. He plays everywhere. Like, think about it.
There would be car dealerships.
There would
There'd
be statues. He plays like if you just went into the 80s and you'd be like, hey, I can get you a guy that could play 7 positions,
yeah.
win 2 Gold Gloves,
Hit 300.
hit 300, not a lot of power,
Yeah.
but will stack hits and hit 300 and play every single day for you.
He's an all-star every year.
Yeah.
He's leading off for a championship team. He is.
So it'd be like,
He's getting all
be
the
like, "Who's
all the
this?"
endorsement deals.
who's
Like,
who's this alien you speak of? And just he's steady Eddie.
yeah.
You have Lopes up with just a casual small sample size, 865 OPS, stealing bags,
just
taking hits away,
Electric. Yeah.
You just go back to game 1. If the big man's in left field or someone else in left field, that ball probably falls and they get 2 runs, and you're down 2-0 to the Orioles right off the jump.
The thing I've noticed with Chaz and Jake, specifically Jake, have the same speed as Lopes. I'd say around the same speed, probably same range. But Lopes has that like, I'm immortal. Like unfortunately he might hurt himself doing this.
Why would you even say that?
But like he went for that. The way he dove for that ball,
Joey
he
Lopes
was like
is-
falling as he was running. Like who does that?
Joey Lopes is a golden retriever.
Yeah,
He's just like,
he's like whatever.
I'm just gonna chunk this ball, and my golden's gonna run that ball down and jump in the water and bring it right back.
Yeah,
And he's gonna have a lot of fucking fun doing it.
yeah, exactly.
And it's just it's hard to say. And you tweeted, you got some flack. Look at you, dude. You tweeted about the Astros record without Jose Abreu.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
What is it again?
21-12.
21-12. You got some chirps. You got some old head chirp, which is
That's
fine.
okay. That's
It was very much just a general comment you put out there.
Stat.
Just a stat.
I did not even.
But you cannot say there's not a different energy, and this team is way more athletic with this series. I mean, and granted, it's a 3-game sample size. They just looked athletic as hell.
Yeah.
They looked faster as a team. They look quicker as a team. They look more energized as a team. And that's not a thing you put on Jose Abreu because he's a consummate professional and a great teammate. But you also cannot say when you look at this team, you're like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
And that's
Well, it started with that. The play in left, obviously, but then when Joey hit that ground ball to first base and knocked off, and then he was able to turn that into a double. How?
double.
Yeah,
Double.
Yeah, but like, if that's Jose Abreu, he hits that little, and I don't want to keep harping on him, but I'm just for the example of what you're talking about, having that energy. Jose Abreu grounds the ball to first. He's tugging along. Oh, that ball kicks in the right field. Oh, he speeds up. He maybe makes it to first, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, cool. But the way Joey did it, it pumped the whole team up. He's on second. Mauricio, because to throw the second, Mauricio's able to run home. Just electric all around.
Yeah. And once again, and shout out to King and Contreras getting in major league debuts.
Yeah.
They had the 8th
King
and the
looked
9th.
solid. King looked
They both look good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the Astros are up 8-1 in those, or I guess it was 7-1 before they scored one in the eighth. But, it was all around a great weekend. A great week. You can't, if you're complaining about something this weekend, go touch grass. Like,
Yeah.
like
That's the best weekend of the
take it
season.
when
so
good
far.
things happen.
Yeah.
Smile and just we're ready for the Rockies.
So yeah, so now the thing is with this is you can't go sweep the Baltimore Orioles, and then you have the Rockies, one of the worst teams in the NL, coming to your stadium. You can't lose momentum. There's no reason you should lose either of these games. You should definitely sweep both of them. But then we also said that about the White Sox. So it's
We
like,
did.
are they really changed, or did they just have a good weekend? You know what I mean? We'll find out.
Yeah, and stay tuned next week.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
Speaking on Framber changing his uniform into the home whites, which he never does. If you were starting for the Astros and you could tell the team, I want to wear this uniform, which one are you picking?
My favorite uniform right now is the orange bill, navy hats, orange top, gray pants. Road game.
Okay.
That's my favorite
Okay.
combo. I think Framber's been rocking that on the road.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. And I think JV does it, but he doesn't do the double bill hat. He does the all navy. But I like the orange bill, navy hat, orange tops
Okay.
with the
Yeah.
gray pants. But if I'm at home,
Well, you can, and retro unis are available.
oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
I'll go first.
You go
What do
first.
think?
You go first.
Probably. I don't know specifically if it's my favorite uniform because I go back and forth. But the one I would want to wear while I'm pitching is the navy retro with the tequila sunrise on the shoulders, white star, Astros.
Oh, with the white or the cream or the white?
No, the navy. It's the jersey's navy and then it has the shoulder stripes.
Which one's that?
It's a classic. Let me pull it up.
That's a good pull.
We wore it a while ago. I found the back of it, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a clean one.
damn, that would be mine.
Okay. I'm starting at home.
Yeah, you're starting at home. With that, by the way, I would do white pants with that.
You see, I like that same one that you just showed. I like the white with the Astros, the star, and then the tequila on the shoulders, but the white or the creams.
Yeah.
But since you did that one, I don't want to double dip on the same one you have. I'm gonna go the classic white '90s Astros with the star. Icy white.
The 90s, like the gold and blue. Oh, okay. Yeah. Those are nice.
Those are my favorite, dude.
Well, what hat? Black hat or white hat?
No, you go the navy with the star.
The navy
Yeah.
navy hat with the
Navy with the star. That's what I'm gonna go. Icy white. Yeah. I mean, I'm
white pants too.
100%. 100%.
Iced out.
Oh man, yeah. And look, I know people in the comments right now, like, no tequila, no brick reds, no,
no brick reds.
no brick reds, no
pinstripes?
pennies,
No
no
red.
pennies.
Brick red.
The one uniform I did like from the early Enron years in the 2000 Astros, I did love the black alternates.
I was about to say Billy Wagner
And the black alternate
and
is
the
a
black alternate,
vibe.
He looked scary.
But
as
I
a closer.
hate the red. I hate the brick reds, and I hate the pinstripes. I'm sorry. That's my take. That's my take. I hate's a strong word. I very dislike those, but that's a good question.
Yeah, Wags in the this is my secondary.
Yeah, that's a
It's
good
the
one.
black with the star
That's a good one.
clean. Yeah.
And,
what uni would you wear?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you're pitching Game 7 of the World Series. You could choose any uniform. What are you rocking? Let us know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so other than an ass whipping, you have the potential to kind of go on a little run here. Take care of business. You have the Rockies in town. Baseball's baseball. You just saw it last week. You have to show up and play at a high level. I think Jeremy Pena said it great in his post game. He was like, "It's just the team's coming in more focused, more dialed. They know what the task at hand is, and maybe that's what they needed. Maybe this team just needed a hole, just to feel alive again, just to get the party going again. Maybe you just had to do it. Who knows?
Maybe it is what they needed. I mean, it kind of worked last year until it didn't. I mean, they dug a hole and then they scraped by, won the division, and that launched them into ALDS. They made it to the LCS. They came back. They were like, and then that happened. But it does work.
This is the label I'm gonna put on the Astros right now, because they're about to go on a run, and they're about to run down the division. You can put this on a shirt. You can start calling them the Icy Hot Stros.
Okay. Yeah.
Cold hot.
Yeah.
And there's a running thing in college baseball. There's a formula to get to Omaha to win. Shout out to Ben, Dimitri, Jack. It's the hot, cold, hot theory.
Okay.
You start hot, and you get cold in the middle of the season. You get hot at the end of conference, and you just never look back. Baseball's a little bit longer than college ball.
Yeah, it's more of a hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
We're just go icy hot.
Yeah.
A little cold start, but you know what? Once that muscle starts warming up, once you get all loose and ready to run, let a stallion be a stallion.
All right, let a stallion. I like that. Let a stallion be a stallion. If they can,
Icy hot Stros.
Next time we sit here to record, they should be on a 9 of 11 run, a 7-game win streak,
And at 500.
and at 500.
Hot damn. Call the mayor. Tell them to lock down Louisiana Street. Plan the parade. Hey, everyone out there, put your PTO in right now. Uncle Dez is telling you, put your PTO in right now. We're calling the mayor over here on the side. We're locking down Louisiana Street. There's a parade.
November 2nd.
There's a parade to plan for. Not dead yet. That's Beyond the Diamond.
Yeah.
That is Beyond the Diamond. Before Josh takes us out, we want to thank Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. I lost my bet to Josh, and we're going to Big City Wings to have Burger Wednesday. Today, as you're watching, or tomorrow, when is this coming out?
It's coming out tomorrow morning. So
Coming out on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're recording on the 24th. You get a 2-for special on the wings, 2 for 1. Executive Nuggets Thursday, 2-for-1 deal. They're doing Bud Light beer specials throughout the week, happy hour, and then Coby Stevens golf apparel, comfortable, lightweight, youth sizes, women line, obviously golf men's polos, but they got shorts, joggers, hats, everything at Coby Stevens. Go to their Instagram, go to their website, and check them out and tell them the Apollo Boys sent you. And Josh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's not your birthday, but when everyone's watching, it is your birthday. So
I appreciate that.
pre happy birthday.
I'm old.
You're
And there's plenty of people in here that are going to watch this that are older than me. They're going to be like, you're
Yeah.
still young. No, I feel old.
Yeah.
Let me live my truth.
on the IL with the hip flexor straight.
Yeah, my hip is...
a little tight.
Well, thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast. I'm Josh. That's Dez. Everybody wish Brian and his team luck.
Yeah,
in
they're on a run.
Their tourney going on. But we'll see you next time.
See you at the day game. Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.